Hi there, you're watching 10 minutes of BPTV News, brought to you by Bình Phước Television Station and Newspaper. I'm Binh Phuoc with the latest story. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính activity in Romania. Binh Phuoc to have the poor celebrated. Raw material area to be established for animal feed production. New strategy shape plant cultivation growth to 2030. Let's begin our bulletin with the latest news from Binh Phuoc Province. President of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, Đỗ Văn Chiên, had a working session with Binh Phuoc Party Committee to review social welfare initiatives in the locality prior to the Lunar New Year or Tết holiday.
Binh Phuoc plans to organize various programs as part of Tết celebrations, according to Huỳnh Thị Hằng, Standing Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee. Over 4 billion Vietnam dong will be set aside to provide Tết gifts to more than 9,000 people who have made significant contributions to the country. Furthermore, the province aims to distribute over 28,000 gifts worth a total of 14 billion Vietnam dong to support the poor, near poor, and social welfare beneficiaries during Tết. Truyền greatly appreciated Binh Phuoc Province's preparations and efforts to ensure a joyful Tết for local people, expressing confidence that the province will continue to build upon its achievements and contribute to the development of the local community. During his visit to Binh Phuoc, Truyền and the accompanying delegation also distributed 400 Tết gifts to disadvantaged workers and their families.
A raw material area will be established for animal feed production in Vietnam, including in Binh Phuoc Province.
This was discussed at a working session between Trần Thị Hiền, chairwoman of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee, and representatives from the Dehers Group and the Hùng Nhân Group Joint Stock Company. To reach goals, disease-free zones will be established in Vietnam's south. Dehers plans to invest in a plant for animal feed production and to further develop the poultry breeding sector in Binh Phuoc. Chairwoman Hiền affirmed that the province will review its potential and ensure the facility is ready for comprehensive cooperation with other groups in the sector. Since 2019, Binh Phuoc has established disease-free zones in 6 out of 11 districts and towns. It boasts favorable natural conditions for cultivating and producing raw materials for animal feed processing and production.
During a conference to review the business activities of the folding rubber company in 2023, it was revealed that the average monthly income of its employees stands at nearly 11.9 million Vietnam dong, putting them among the highest earners within the Vietnam rubber industry group.
Despite facing numerous challenges in 2023, Phú Riêng Rubber managed to achieve remarkable success in workforce and production. One notable achievement was that average monthly incomes for its more than 5,000 employees reached nearly 11.9 million Vietnam dong in 2023. This exceeded the target set during its employee conference by almost 32%.
The following are Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính activities in Romania as part of his trip to the European country.
On the morning of January 21st, local time, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính visited Prahova province where he held a working session with the provincial leadership and the leaders of the Prahova Chamber of Commerce and Industry. During the meeting, representatives from the Romanian government, provincial authorities, Prahova Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and businesses introduced the economic potential of the province and highlighted opportunities for cooperation with Vietnam. Prahova is a leading center for industry, oil and gas, tourism, and culture in Romania. It is renowned for its natural beauty, rich history, and diverse cultural heritage. Prahova has established a twinning relationship with Hoa Binh Province in Vietnam. The Prime Minister expressed Vietnam's readiness to enhance cooperation with Romania in general and Prahova province in particular. He said, during the visit, He and top leaders will identify directions and solutions for advancing bilateral relations in various fields, including economics, trade, and investment. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh on January 21, local time, visited Romania's National Institute for Research Development in Informatics, known as ICI Bucharest, as part of his official visit to the European country. ICI Bucharest is the leading strategic research institute with a history of more than 50 years in developing information technology human resources for Romania. Prime Minister Chinh said Vietnam and Romania need to strengthen cooperation in all fields, including science and technology, in the coming time. He proposed ICI Bucharest consider Vietnam a priority partner in the process of expanding international cooperation. On the occasion, ICI Bucharest and the Vietnam National Institute of Digital Technology and Digital Transformation exchanged a memorandum of understanding on cooperation.
We have more news coming up next. Let's take a look.
Vietnamese Vice President Vo Nguyen Xuan is attending the 19th summit of the Non-Aligned Movement in Kampala, capital of Uganda. During the 19th summit of the Non-Aligned Movement, participating leaders adopted three important documents, namely the final document reflecting the movement's viewpoints on international and regional issues, the Kampala Declaration reaffirming NAM's principles and values, and a statement about Palestine demonstrating the solidarity with the Palestinian people. While addressing a plenary session of the 19th summit of the Non-Aligned Movement in Kampala, capital of Uganda on January 20th, Vice President Vo Nguyen Xuan emphasized the importance of solidarity in a divided world. She expressed her belief that with 120 member states representing nearly 60% of the world's population and about 20% of the global GDP, the movement will continue promoting solidarity in a divided world.
Vietnam's stock market is set to grow in a stable, safe, healthy, effective, and sustainable fashion under a freshly abroad strategy.
Under the stock market development strategy until 2030, green, sustainable finance tools will be promoted, digital transformation will be stepped up, and international integration will be enhanced to narrow development gaps between the domestic stock market and those in developed countries. According to the strategy, stock market capitalization would equal to 100% of GDP by 2025 and 120% by 2030. Outstanding bonds would represent at least 47% of GDP by 2025 and 58% by 2030. The proportion of government bonds held by non-banking investors will rise to 55% by 2025 and 60% by 2030. The number of stock traders will reach 9 million by 2025 and 11 million by 2030.
Deputy Prime Minister Trần Lưu Quang has signed a decision approving a strategy to develop plant cultivation until 2030 with a vision to 2050.
The strategy aims to turn plant cultivation into a complete and professional technical economic sector with highly competitive products, meeting requirements in food safety, national food security, and securing high export values. The growth rate of plant cultivation production is expected to reach 2.2 to 2.5% per year by 2030, while the average growth rate of added value in the crop processing industry is 8 to 10% per year. In 2025, Vietnam will have over 100,000 hectares of high-quality coffee, while the area of specialty coffee will be increased to 11,500 hectares by 2030 with an output of about 5,000 tons. Meanwhile, rubber yield will be raised to 2 tons per hectare, while that of peppercorn will be increased to 1.7 tons per hectare. The structure of fruit farms will also be reorganized to form production areas of major kinds of fruits based on advantages of particular regions.
That is the end of our bulletin today. To rewatch this news, you can download BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Thanks for staying with us and see you next time.